I was just in downtown Montreal where the Pride Parade is going on, and there is block after block after block after block of massive police barricades that are set up. These huge, I'm about to show you images from down at the parade, but these anti-car barricades so you are unable to drive your car through, with street after street massive police presence. I can only imagine the millions of taxpayer dollars being used in order to facilitate the protection for this Pride Parade. My assumption is this is in response to the Berlin attacks when an Islamic extremist ran his car through the parade. Of course, in Canada, we have invited 54,000 Afghanis into the country in the past 3 years alone, hundreds of thousands of people from the Middle East where they have very different views on the LGBTQ community. The Gays for Gaza, try to bring your signs there. Do not listen to what the Liberal Party of Canada tells you. If you tried to walk around and have your LGBTQ pride parade in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Lebanon, in these countries where we've invited hundreds of thousands of people into Canada from, you would be stoned to death. It would be ugly. These are the mere facts on the ground. Do not let the Liberal Party of Canada gaslight you. Funny enough, the CBC initially said that it was an Islamic terror attack after the Lebanon attacks, but about half an hour later, they switched that title and never made their reversion. The CBC never got back to me with a good response. I am going to show you a few of the images I saw down at this parade, as well as the massive police barricades, so that you have an idea exactly what I'm talking about. We got the dogs out. How many millions of dollars do you think was spent on this? Every street, there's now these police barricades that are up. The Canadian people deserve to know, at the same time as $28 billion worth of tariffs are about to be input on Canada, Mark Carney is going on vacation to Italy. This guy who sold himself as Canada's master negotiator is literally going on vacation on the taxpayers' dime. Brookfield Asset Management also has deals in Italy at the exact same time as this is the most important stretch run for Canada's negotiations with the United States of America. It is absolutely pathetic. And millions of taxpayer dollars are being spent at these pride parades for security. Now, we all know the reason that they need so much security at these parades. We know it was an Islamic extremist who rode his car through in Berlin, and we know we have invited hundreds of thousands of people from areas of the world that have very different views from the LGBTQ community. Now, whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home, go for it. I have no issue with it. But the idea that the Canadian taxpayer is paying millions of dollars for men in dog masks, some of the footage I saw, literally men buck naked with dog masks walking around. The idea that the Canadian taxpayers need to pay millions of dollars for thousands of police barricades to be put up so these people can parade through the streets in front of children, I think is quite disturbing to a high number of Canadians, particularly when we consider as a country, we are in a recession right now under Mark Carney. As of August 19th, massive tariffs are going to be put on Canada that are going to cost us millions of jobs, billions of dollars, and Mark Carney is on vacation in Italy right now during the stretch run of these negotiations. This is just the most recent example of how out of touch and delusional the Liberal Party of Canada is. This is the intentional destruction of this country. We spent $11 billion over the past decade on so-called gender studies overseas, while a record 2.2 million Canadians are using food banks. I am fighting back with Fight for Canada. If you are interested in supporting, you can hit the Stripe link below. These communists are teaming up with the Islamists to destroy this country. There is no other way to define what is going on in Canada than the intentional dismantling of our beautiful country. Open borders policies, the temporary foreign worker and immigration mobility program, stealing jobs from Canadians when the youth unemployment rate is over 20% across much of the country. We need to remove the expiring visa holders, the people who are in the country illegally. Stop wasting millions of taxpayer dollars. I'm sure we'll never wind up hearing the real dollar amount as to how much was spent on police protection for this parade. But you combine inviting hundreds of thousands of people in who have wildly different views when it comes to this community, and then the huge police presence needed. I guarantee you it's in the tens of millions of dollars that we're spending. Like I said, it's street after street after street where they literally east-west from the parade have streets shut down, and they still have these massive barriers up to run this parade. I'm sure they're aware of threats similar to what happened in Berlin. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out why in Canada sexual assaults are massively up, 150 in Ottawa in the past month. The Bishnoi gang as active as ever. 13,000 crimes committed by just Indian student visa holders in the year 2024 alone. Skyrocketing crime while they attempt to disarm law-abiding Canadians. The Liberal Party of Canada is intentionally attempting to dismantle and demolish our country. It's sick, it's disgusting. They need to be removed from power now. I am going to be live on YouTube tonight at 7 discussing further the most recent example of Mark Carney escaping the country when it is literally crunch time. This man is intentionally demolishing our beautiful country. This woke DEI open borders nonsense is the destruction of Canada, the destruction of the West. The time to fight back is now, and Canadians insist, whether it be immigration numbers, crime statistics, amount of taxpayer dollars going towards the protection of these parades. Give us the goddamn data. The government hides so much information from us. They don't respond to ATIP requests. Canadians are goddamn fed up. Enough is enough of this criminal enterprise that calls itself the Liberal Party of Canada.